going on YouTube? Today we're talking about a case from Spigen. This is the Liquid Air model this is the iPhone 14 Pro Max. They also make it for all the other iPhones as well. This is one of my favorite cases that I've gotten or received lately. I'd say within the last couple of years. I've had it on all of my iPhones for a couple of years now, since probably 2016 or so, and it is my go-to. So we're going to go ahead and check it out. This is the iPhone 14 Pro Max Pure Purple. The best model there is, right? So here we go. We got the phone right here. And here's the look at the box. Here's what it looks like. Quick and easy. Let's go ahead and unbox it real quick. And so we're going to go ahead and, that's all that you get in the box right there, the case. And here we go. Here's the case. You get a little card document. Looks like they have some chargers that they sell. A little more information, and you can go check it out there. And now here is the case itself. It's a very thin case, a very lightweight case. What I really like about this is how thin and lightweight it is, and the touch and the feel of it. It does have a little pattern on the back here. I don't know if you can see that, so I get it in the light here, but it's got a little pattern here to kind of make it anti-skid, as well as a little bit of a better grip on the side here. This is a TPU material, and they have a mill grade protection for this. So on the side here you got little ribs here, so that way it is easier to grip. So on the backs, or on the back where the phone goes, you have a lot of little air channels for the liquid air. So that way when you drop the phone, it has little air channels for the air movement to move through the case. That way it takes away from all the impact from the phone on the ground into the case. And then most of the sides here in the corners, I don't know if you can see that, but the corners have a little bit of an air pocket too as well to help protect that. Let's go ahead and get this on the phone. This is super easy to slip it and put on the phone, so it's really nice. And as you can see right now, you got a little lip protection here. See if I get all the way on. A little lip protection on the phone itself, so that way you can set the phone on the table and not have to fear about it scratching up the screen or touching the screen onto the table. So you got that. And at the very bottom here, you have a nice cutout for the, oops, we weren't all the way on, but you have a nice cutout for the speakers and the microphone and the little lightning plug. You can still see the screws there for the screen or the back removal. On the side here, you have a little cutout for the power button. It's a really easy power button to hit. I really like that. It's not recessed. You don't have to actually push it through the case. They actually put it here, a little bump here, so that's really nice. They also do the same thing over here for the volume up and down button, which I really like. One thing I don't like about it is, and I don't really know if there's much they can do about this, is the mute or the mute switch right here. It's a little bit hard to get to sometimes, but once you get used to it, you'll be fine. But that's recessed into the case itself. So on the back side here, you have the little cutout for the camera bump. And this year, the camera bump is quite a bit bigger than the old 13 Pro Max, that was even bigger than the previous 12 and 11, of course. But the cutout is just enough so that when you set this on the table, it does not touch the cameras. But you still get that wobble because it is not a flat case. Now, there aren't very many cases out there that are flat. Since this one does not add much bulk to the actual phone itself, then that's why you're going to get that little bump cut out for it. So if that bothers you, you're probably going to want a thicker case, which get a thicker case, the more weight, and so on as you get it. Now, the cool thing about this material on the back and on the side here is the rubber and the TPU material is actually pretty nice. It doesn't get caught in my jeans, doesn't get caught in my gym shorts or anything like that. It just slides out pretty easily, as well as maintaining the nice grip factor in my hands. That way it doesn't slide out of my hands. I would love to carry my phone without a case, but I just can't do it because it is so slick, and I fear that I'm going to drop it or it's going to slide out of my hands or even slide out of my pockets. So that's nice to know, is this is not going to get caught in your pocket, but it also won't slip out of the pocket like the phone without a case is. One thing I really wish this case did have, which would complete it, is the magnet for the MagSafe on the actual case. Now, you do have on the phone, and if you take your charger, here's a MagSafe charger, it's thin enough, where'd it go? There it goes. It's thin enough to catch it, but it's not quite thin enough to be that strong of a magnet. It will catch it, so I kind of just hover it over the actual magnet charger, just a couple, maybe an inch max above it at night until it finds it, and it'll suck it up. But other than that, it will fall off of this. It doesn't fall off it right now. If you just shake it, actually, that's a pretty good shake. And it's not falling off, but you just can't hold on to this. And don't use this as a stand. It's not going to be able to be powerful enough to use it as a stand. So you can use the MagSafe charger, which is really nice with MagSafe. And that way you're able to keep using that if you currently have one. Now this case is $15, so it's pretty cheap. So that way if you do drop it and scratch it up or whatever, you can replace it for $15. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check out pricing and if it changes at all, as well as I'll leave this MagSafe charger down there so you can check it out, and then the plug-in that I bought. I think that's from a different company, but I'll leave that in the description below so you can check it out. If this video helped you out in any way, please leave me a like. And if you have any questions or comments about this case, go ahead and put it in the comment section below. If this is your first time to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I will see you next time.